Good morning, my family and friends. It is Coffee Time Wednesday, and we have a few things to talk about. So let's start our day. Good morning. So first of all, I want to recap, since it's the next day, I want to recap on Labneh and show you what it looks like and how to use it. So before we go any further, let's go in the kitchen and let me show you part two, the next day after pouring our Greek yogurt into the strainer and allowing it to sit for 24 hours. Let me show you what it looks like today. Okay, y'all, so I am going to uncover. This is from sitting all night last night, and we had strained out most all of the liquid out of here. Now you can let this go a few more hours if you wanted to. However, I would not do too much because you don't want it completely dry. You do want some creaminess to this. And Greek yogurt tends to be a lot thicker than if you were to use the whole milk version, just so you know that as well. I happen to like it. Now, it's not your typical cream cheese per se. It is a bit more sour, but this is so good, y'all. And as you can see, it is quite thick. I mean, it stands up. Hold on one moment, y'all. Sorry about that. That was my phone going off with potential spam, which we get sadly every day. Alright, so now I am going to move this, and we're going to put our Labneh inside of our dish. And I'm going to show you as it comes out. You can see already how thick this is and how beautiful. It's a nice spreadable cream, basically. Now I have a cracker because I'm going to show you how to do this with a cracker. Also, I am getting, well, I'll get into that here after a while. My new plans are here. Well, not new plans, added plans, basically. Alright, so now I will be dressing all of this up, and I'm going to show you a small amount right now because that's all we're going to use. So I'm going to take just a little bit of this and show you basically. Now I would spread this in here and I would season it, but then again I may just leave it like it is, and then I can season it as I use it, just like I'm fixing to do here. So here I'm just going to take a little bit of olive oil and drizzle this on here. And I know this is a very small amount, y'all, I get that, but it's my sample to show you what it does. Now I'm going to take za'atar, and I'm just going to sprinkle that bad boy on there. Oh, it's so good, y'all. And now I'm going to take my crackers. I'm going to take one wheat wafer here, water wafer. And now I'm just going to take some of this and we're going to spread it on our cracker. Now this tastes amazing, by the way, for breakfast. Let me give you some ideas, and we are going to start doing this as well with breakfasts. But I would take this, spread it on a toasted sourdough, spread some avocado on that, and an egg on top of that. And here, y'all, as you can see, this is a nice spreadable cracker or toast or whatever. made out of what is considered Labneh. This, y'all, is what Labneh is. Alright, y'all, so that I'm hoping understood or that you knew what Labneh is now. One thing I love about Labneh versus cream cheese is the probiotics in it. And it tastes so creamy, y'all. It is actually, I would first thought when I learned this, I actually learned this from my neighbor who is from Palestine. And then I went looking a little bit deeper into it for the Mediterranean, and sure as the world. Labneh is used in the Mediterranean quite often, from Jerusalem to Turkey to a few other places. So it is, at first I thought, oh my gosh, making this out of yogurt, you got to be kidding me. But it turned out to be really, really delicious. So I encourage you to try it at least once. Y'all, this morning, I don't know what I did. My little Bootsy, which was my blonde corgi, a couple days ago decided to jump up on Mama and kind of put my knee backwards. So it was swollen a little bit, but I could walk on it. This morning, I felt something pop, and y'all, I've not been able to walk on my knee ever since, and it hurts. But I'm getting around just a little at a time. So if you see my eyes going, oh, that's because my knee is hurting really bad. So we're fixing to go get some knee braces today. But anyways, some of the things that I'm wanting to accomplish on this homestead, and it got me to thinking, you know what? God absolutely had a purpose and a plan for me, y'all. And this is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. I am unique, and I love every bit of it. We are, and let me introduce myself. My name is Carrie. We are a Mediterranean homestead, and I absolutely love everything about what we do. Now, I will say, if you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and that like button, and let YouTube know that we're worth staying in the algorithm. And if you have been here over 2 years with us, welcome home. I am so glad that you visit with me each and every day. Some of the things that we're looking to add to this channel, more and more into Mediterranean, would be number one is I'm going to incorporate breakfast videos for you so that there is more than just suppers. I am going to incorporate sides for you on top of our main meals, but we're going to incorporate more recipes toward the Mediterranean, and we're talking real Mediterranean. Now, I will tell you, I have 2 books on reserve that won't be here till September. One is part 2 from the Mediterranean dish, and the other is from Ava and her husband from Pasta Grammar. They are completely Italian. The Mediterranean dish, however, she does all different types of Mediterranean food, and she's from Egypt. So I have one more that'll be here Saturday, and that's from a lady from Spain. She's from I believe her channel's a Mediterranean diet, and it's a 30-day meal plan. The only reason I purchased that is to help introduce more of the Mediterranean to y'all in different perspectives that maybe I have a hard time speaking or letting you know. So this book, which is also a cookbook and a planner, will help you along your way. For those who are following with me, wanting to do more of the Mediterranean lifestyle instead of just low carb, instead of just keto, paleo, vegetarian, or whatever, the Mediterranean diet is an all-around balanced lifestyle. I do not like using the diet word in this. It is not. There are 2 forms, y'all, and this is what I am learning. I have joined groups on Facebook that make me want to cringe. Lord have mercy, y'all. Some of the foods that they are making do not, please be careful, they do not qualify under the lifestyle of the Mediterranean. Some of them are so high in fat that it will perceive the lifestyle to be completely a false or a joke. But what it is somebody who's creating recipes, calling it a Mediterranean and thinking that this is going to be acceptable. But for those of us who know what the real Mediterranean is, I recognize that this is not real. So be careful what you're learning. Even for me, I mean, you might not even like what I do. Also, it was also pointed out, which is very true, but that is in every lifestyle or every way that you eat. Watch your allergies if you have allergies. So, these are the new things we're going to incorporate. I'm going to incorporate more breakfasts and some lunches, some sides on top of main meals. Now, we definitely have Recipe Friday from the authentic cookbooks, but you know what? I might just go ahead and do this with like Breakfast Tuesday or whatever. This is what we're going to do. Now, one new update. Hubby and I woke up this morning to something extremely disturbing, and I'm probably going to take you outside to show you. One of our pecan trees took a major snap. This one is such a big snap that he won't even allow me to walk under it, because this is what we call a widowmaker. Now, if you don't know what a widowmaker is, I'm going to show you a branch that's called a widowmaker. This thing about took out my clothesline, and even scarier, my 10-foot raised bed where all of our green beans are growing. Y'all, I cannot even find my beans. I'm afraid to pick them, because if I take that pressure, it's going to crush that entire section. Let me show you what we woke up to this morning. Now, remember, we've been in a major drought. Yes, we had rain for about a week, but when we've been in a drought for 2 weeks, or 2 months, I should say, that's not enough to saturate anything, especially for these trees. Maybe for our gardens, but not our trees. So our trees are kind of hitting the effect of, yeah, something hit this, and they're drying out. So let me show you what happened this morning, and it is devastating. We got to try to fix this. So y'all, that branch right there, I'll give you a close-up in a minute of what happened to that, and follow that bad boy all the way down to here. That whole entire huge, this is enough to make logs out of for the smoker, pecan logs. Let me go ahead and show you the full aspect on the other end of this mess. So this, y'all, is what you call a widowmaker. We don't know when this thing will snap. Let me see if I can bring this up closer for you. Just like that. We don't know when that's going to snap. But this is what my husband will not allow me to walk under. I have to go around this entire tree. Just like that. So now here's the other side of this. Right there on my clothesline. Oh my gosh, I am so worried. We're going to have to take this thing out bit by bit. I will not touch this right now, because if I do, it's going to create this thing to snap, and we definitely don't need that. It's actually leaning on this branch that's going this way. It's leaning on top of it, and we're afraid it's going to snap that. This thing is so dangerous right now. It's crazy. Remember my trellis of green beans? I want to cry. This thing is sitting slap on top of this base where my green beans are. And y'all, this is absolutely scary. I took some off of them, but I'm afraid to go anymore. I don't want to release any pressure or jerk this thing in any way. It's like, it's barely hanging on here, and I don't want it to cave in my greenhouse, well, not greenhouse, but my raised bed effect here. So yeah, this is something that we need to do, unfortunately. So that's part of the cleanup we have. Now it's going to be tricky. We're going to try to do a little bit at a time to keep it from collapsing that raised bed area, and to keep it from collapsing on top of my clothesline, actually. So it's a very tricky situation that is going to have to be taken down bit by bit. We're going to start on that this evening when Hunby gets home from work. So, yeah, didn't see that coming. It must have happened sometime overnight. So, and it doesn't take much. Honestly, an animal could be on top of that. And as dry as it's been, if it wanted to, it's going to snap just like it just did. So, we just got to get it tore down, but a little at a time. In the meantime, I don't walk under it because those are the type that can cause some serious injury. Now, I do want to say this. For those who have come to me and asked for prayers, you definitely have my prayers. And B, I hope you're getting better. And I have a few others who's had some serious accidents in their family, with their family members. You all are in my prayers. It isn't just, we're family here. So when you come to me about this, yes, I absolutely say prayers for you. And I'm really hoping things have improved since we had spoken then. I try to treat this channel as a family because basically we all are trying to find a way in life to be able to be healthier or better. And so I don't want to just be a promoter into something because, look, I'm no doctor, I'm no nutritionist, and I could be wrong in every aspect that I do, but I do my best. What I do know, I try to share. So, and I am liking the fact that y'all are at least trying these recipes. I said try it at least once. If I didn't try at least once, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today, knowing the flavors. And look, I was not a zucchini fan, y'all. Not at all. There was just something about a zucchini, I wouldn't touch it. But when I started learning the ways of the Mediterranean and how to prepare it, and the flavors that come from it, well, that made a big difference from everything that I've ever known. Now, I do need to bring this up, and there was a reason for why I said buying in season. Okay, I understand also buying in season isn't always a way that we can do things, but for the most part, if we can, absolutely. But here's what you're going to find, and is what I'm already seeing. So this is why I want to bring it up. Grocery shopping. It makes a huge difference when you buy in season. Just like now, we are in crops of cucumbers, tomatoes, things like this. Our summer crops. So you will notice that our prices are somewhat more reasonable. As the season starts leaving, you're going to start seeing a price rise. Keep an eye on this. Let me know if you're seeing this. This is what I see. So as we start leaving those seasons and going into the next season, which will be our brassicas and our winter squash, our broccolis, our Brussels sprouts. Hear me out. So as we leave those seasons, the prices are going to start rising on those seasons, and yet dropping on the other seasons. Currently, now I do remember last year, spaghetti squash and acorn squash was approximately $1.48 a pound. Currently, it's $1.58. So I'm even testing my own methods and seeing if this is true, because once they become in season, which should be about October, the end of September, I'm going to watch and see if my prices drop. Should they do so, I will be back to report to you exactly what happens about buying food or vegetables in season. This is what we do. Now also watch your fruit. They're going to start doing the same thing. Strawberries have been dirt cheap, but as the season leaves, they're going to start rising. So this is what I'm seeing. When we get out of our seasons, while we're in season, everything is reasonable. When we get out of our seasons, they become expensive. Now, although we do have alternatives, we can grow our own, and we can also buy frozen, which is even cheaper. Now, what we are fixing to go into, what season? Kale, spinach, lettuce. This is the season. It loves cool. Springtime is another one. Now, springtime is very minimal, very short. So, but in the faller seasons, lettuce and all seems to drop. Carrots, that is the season for fall and the cool temps. Radishes, turnips, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts. You're catching on. These are the things. Snow peas, sugar snap peas, peas of any kind. But your summer beans, now those are going to start coming out of season. Maybe not right away because they can go longer. Another one that can go longer for a bit of time would be your bell peppers. Now those may take longer before they start rising. But absolutely most of your blackberries and your raspberries, your strawberries, your blueberries, these are going to start rising because we are leaving the season. Tomatoes, we are leaving the season. So just know that your summer seasons, y'all, are fixing to end, and watch these prices. The other part of buying in season vegetables is the flavors. Now, you will know that when you are in season, it will be more flavorful at this point because, well, this is the season for it. But when we grow it out of season, technically they're grown to a certain point, picked green, then they're shot with a spray to ripen them. Hence the reason why every time we go and buy fruit, which is really sad because this is the season for it, but the markets are coming out of season now. So the fresh markets are starting to die out at this point. So getting those juicy peaches from the fresh market leaves us going to the hard rock selections of the grocery store because most everything we buy anymore is rock hard. Now, you know, this wasn't up until recently. I have never seen vegetables this rock hard when honestly you can play baseball with them. I have not seen this, and this started a few years back. So just keep your eye out, y'all, and find your best sales. Look around for sales. Now, here is a couple of insights. Spaghetti squash, acorn squash, butternut squash, if you can find a sale. If you know that these vegetables are fresh and that they are ripe the way they should be, especially if you get them from a market, they can tend to last in a dark, cool room the entire winter. So it'd be worth the investment to grab a few of them, put them in your pantry or a cool cellar somewhere where it's dark. They will last you a few months. And I'm not kidding. They can last up to 6 months because when they are ripe, their shells will be hard. Now, I will try to do a video to show you the difference between a ripened and a non-ripened. If I find one at the grocery store that is not ripened, I will definitely show you, and then I'm going to find the ones that are ripened so that you know the difference. So, yeah, that is something that needs to be done too. But if done right and properly, you can actually hold, and I've been known to do that, or grow your own. Preferably grow your own, but if you can't, it's okay because you can still save those vegetables. Or maybe somebody's got an abundance of them and they want to give them to you. Take them because you can hold them for a while, y'all. You don't have to use them all right away, especially those type. I had to. I love this Colombian coffee. This is so good. There's a few of my friends that I'm missing really bad to talk to, and I hope you're doing okay. I know you know who you are, so please let me know you're at least doing okay, because I do kind of worry about you, and I've been saying some prayers. Other than that, y'all, I'm thinking we're going to keep things the way we are on this channel. We're just going to improve. I am doing more authentic, not what is perceived to be Italian, or not Italian, but Mediterranean. I am seriously researching authenticity, y'all. My books that I'm purchasing are authentic. I am not just doing what is on a chart. I'm seeking authentic Mediterranean lifestyle. That is what's helping me to maintain, because everything else that I have looked into, it's not correct. And it has been doing the opposite effect to me. So I'm looking for authenticity. And as I do, when we go in my kitchen, you will know that it is authentic. So, with that, I think that we're going to end for the day. I've got to go get a knee brace on this knee, get my farm work done, because today it's a bit slow for me. And look, I'll let y'all know how I am with conserving, I guess, or using what I have. Look, I don't walk around with walkers and that because I've not needed them. Well, I need something for my knee, and I couldn't find nothing. I thought about using one of those sticks from from the pecan tree, but what did I find? I actually found a roll that was from Christmas paper. It works, y'all. It works. So, yeah, I'm using this today. Oops, I'm just gonna let it go. Sorry about the jitters, but yeah, I'm just using what I can because I don't typically use this every day. I'm just using it to get by because I do gotta feed those chickens. I do gotta take care of my pets, and I gotta get stuff done on the homestead. So sometimes you just do what you gotta do, and I'm one of them. So until next time, y'all, I love you dearly, and we will catch you again. Let me know what you think about the ideas for breakfast and lunch recipes. We did the snack one, which, you know, it never dawned on me. Sometimes I just go with my leading and do what I'm supposed to do because it helps many, including myself. This isn't just for you, y'all. This is for me. And I am learning so much from it. I'm just sharing it with you. That's it. So, until next time, much love from Parton's Heritage Homestead.